Please let me know if I am live. Please let me know if you can see me, if you can hear me okay. Let me show you where we are. We are in the heart of Tbilisi. Local time is 5 p.m. We are GMT +4, so the sunset is in about an hour from now, and I wanted to make sure we catch up with a golden hour to see the beautiful house in the day of light, in the rays of the setting sun. Luckily, it's been sunny today the entire day because yesterday it was pouring cats and dogs all the time, like 24/7. So I hope the chat is working. I hope everything is working okay for you. We are to begin in a couple of minutes. I know this is not the very convenient time and very convenient day. Hi Celia, good to see you. Thank you so much. Hi Richard, good to see you as well. I know this is not the most convenient time and definitely not the usual day I would be running my live streams, but this is a very special tour. This is a special one-off, and I basically had to choose from what I was offered, and I was offered Friday, and I've been hunting for this house. The thoughts of this house, this lobby has been haunting me for so long that I eventually I was happy to go with whatever they would give me. And they gave me Friday evening, which is not bad. And as you know, these recordings are kept in open access for at least a week. So it's never a problem for anyone to catch up, at your convenient time. So I don't want to waste a minute because the light is precious as well. Hi, Cindy, dear, good to see you. Hi, Natalie. Oh, and look, I've got the keys. Who would have thought that at some point I would be given the keys just for a short while, and I want to make sure I'm not going to drop it anywhere. Hi, Shabbat Shalom, dear. Hi, Christine. Who would have thought that I would be given the keys of some of the most inaccessible, infamous for its inaccessibility lobbies? But I would like to also fill you in a little bit about what we're going to do today. You may be thinking that since the house has a beautiful lobby, it also has the beautiful interiors. Well, I'm just going to tell you one thing. It was turned into communal apartments in the Soviet period, so don't expect too much of it. In fact, the studio has beautiful seating decoration, but the rest, the candles should make up for it. So it's a beautiful lobby, loads of stories. Some of them are quite creepy ones, actually. We will get to that when we will be making the candles. And well, just making candles in a beautiful house, I think is just absolutely incredible experience, a one-off experience that I really like so much. And we've had so many already, so I think just another one to add to the memory box in a way. So let me switch the camera. Just in case, if you are here for the first time, you just come across my tour, which is amazing. Thank you so much for dropping by and hope you'll stay for longer. My name is Anna and I'm a licensed tour guide to St. Petersburg and Israel. But I've been in Georgia for over a year now, and every day I fall in love with Tbilisi, fall in love with Georgia more and more, and I keep exploring and I keep finding places that are absolutely incredible. The stories, the connections I make with St. Petersburg, the connections I make with Israel because of the Jewish heritage. And I share all that. And tomorrow, by the way, same time, I will be sharing the many stories that actually connect St. Petersburg and Tbilisi, mostly late 19th century and early 20th century, and also early Soviet period as well. We're going to be walking in the Bohemian area. And many other tours, there are going to be 2 tours of Israel. One of them, Jerusalem, we carry on with Via Dolorosa. We are a few stations away from the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. And also I'm taking you to an archaeological site in the Negev desert to talk about the Nabateans. I know, where is the Nabateans, the Romanovs, and then Tbilisi. I know. I've been wondering myself what the hell I'm just doing all this time. But anyway, so this is now about this house. So I'm switching the camera and let's walk around a little bit, because by the time we finish the workshop, it's going to be dark and I wouldn't be able to show you much. So we are in the Sololaki neighborhood of Tbilisi. As you remember, Tbilisi is an old city. Originally, it was established 15 centuries ago, but this area was only developed in the 19th century, and this is one of the most opulent and upscale neighborhoods of the city. And I guess you can see that, because just take a look at this house. I know some of the houses really haven't been attended, haven't been really given good care of, but well, give Georgia time. After the perestroika, there were so many challenges and the civil war in the country. So what the country has achieved just over the course of these 30 years is absolutely amazing. And lucky for us, this house has been restored. And it belonged to a Kalantarov family. And like many families here, Kalantarovs were in oil industry. Mid-19th century, this is when the oil was found in Azerbaijan, with the capital of Baku. And this is when the entire Caucasus, people who had money, people who could invest at least something, they turned into oil magnates. That's how it was. And multiple houses here. I'll just show you a little bit of the neighborhood as well, because one house is a gem, but it really needs some more than just that. And you can see that, yeah, as I said, definitely some houses are really jealous about the Kalantarovs place being restored already, but I'm sure that the time will come. And this house was built in, actually they finished by 1908, which means this is already the period of Art Nouveau and eclecticism. And this is a very eclectic house for sure, Moorish style, and it was just incredibly trendy back then. And the story has it, unfortunately, we don't know much about the Kalantarov himself, Mikhail Kalantarov. The legend has it that he fell in love with an opera singer, and she told him she would marry him only if he had built her a beautiful house that would look like a theater. And you know what? He did. He put his money where his mouth was, clearly. And you know, she married him and she gave birth to 6 children, 5 boys and 1 girl. And the story has it that for every child born by her, Kalantarov would plant a tree. And here we have some cypress trees over there. Not all of them, but at least 2 I can see from here. Maybe there is more, but I don't see that. So at least we have 2. At least we have 2. And as you know, before we enter, I know, I just want to keep the suspense a little bit. So you know that no matter how beautiful European the facade could be, the heart of the house and the actual character of the house is always in the backyard. And this is the beautiful backyard. But the laundry getting dried is the absolute must in Tbilisi. If there is no laundry dried, something's wrong with the backyard. I'm so used to seeing that. And I'm so in love with these terraces, with the balcony. And well, that's exactly what the life would be. Normally, all these backyards would have a water source, like a fountain. And there is one over there. There is a fountain. I'm not sure if it's functioning anymore. I don't think so. I don't think it's functioning, but there it is, over there. I'm pretty sure this balcony wasn't here at times of Kalantarov. And you have to understand that now we are on our way to the house because I have the keys. I'm sorry, just being too excited and also nervous because, well, you know, I've done it so many times, but every time I manage to, well, find some interesting spot and arrange something really special, it's always just really exciting. By the way, the history is everywhere you go, so look at this. These are, I think it's pretty much familiar to everyone in Europe. But here, the ground, well, the ground floor, the basement were also used. This was for the extra lights, because normally there wouldn't be lights in the basement. And those lenses actually magnify the light. So they at least doubled the amount of light from the street. And look at this balcony, just look at this. Well, it's just gorgeous. It's absolutely amazing place to wait for the rain to stop, just not to get wet. And I think the architect also knew that. Architect was Sarkisyan. By the way, Kalantarov and Sarkisyan were both Armenians, and most of the population of this neighborhood, Sololaki, were Armenians. So it says here that the house was built by an engineer, Georg Sarkisyan. By the way, he graduated from the Academy of Fine Arts in St. Petersburg. So more connections with my hometown. And yeah, I think this was the best place for the advertisement, because you just stand here, you enjoy the balcony, and like, who was the guy that built this balcony? Who was the guy that built this opulent house? Oh, Sarkisyan. Okay, I'm just gonna go and just, give a commission to him. That's the story. And well, I guess it could be a good idea also to cross here. Wait a second. It's rush hour and these streets are always busy, always congested, because we are very close to the Rustaveli Avenue and some other central streets. So let me I hope you're enjoying so far, and you must have seen this house at least a couple of times on my tours, because this is the house you just cannot really but admire and like, oh. So now it's time to get in. By the way, this is a old thing that used to be, I believe, some art club, but it's not here anymore. But please remind me to tell you the story in connection with Pirosmani, who is one of the most famous Georgian artists. Now I'm going and just need to open it somehow. Oh, yeah. Sorry, only two hands I have. Definitely not enough. Hi, Adrian. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining. So imagine this. Okay. So welcome to my house. It's my house. I have the keys. So I have the keys. Why not? Right? So welcome to my house. How about making some candles? Well, if you see such a lobby, your mind goes wild, right? Thinking of how opulent it must be inside. And it used to be. Unfortunately, we don't really have many photos because of what happened in the house in the Soviet times. And you see, there's not really much light, so that's why I had to schedule the tour at an earlier hour. That's the latest I could actually. Just a nice mosaic floor. And we go on. So this is as close as we could. So we got us just this close on my previous tours, which is beautiful as it is. Really, I was happy with that, but I would always be thinking, well, I really want to explore more of the house. And here we are. So just so you would know, so the people who live in this house, they are not just a very simple one. Thank you, Richard. They're not very simple one. And they don't really want you to invade their privacy. Hi, Gregory, I will check your comment in a minute, okay? I was struggling with the lock. Gregory, you're very sweet. Unfortunately, my excitement has never been enough until now. But you're very sweet, thank you. So, welcome to one of the most inaccessible and one of the most desired and beautiful lobbies of the entire city. I don't mean to say that there are no other beautiful ones, but come on. Just come on, okay? we will definitely be seeing more of it. But we're here for a candle workshop. The thing is that I don't know whether I'm here for the lobby or I'm here for the candle shop. Actually, I can't really decide. I think both. Luckily, we are the only ones for today. I tried to book it for the weekend, but it's all overbooked. So I had to come and prepay and do everything. So, and because you know this place is in demand. And Sharon, I'm so sorry I haven't been able to take you here because I haven't been able to take you here. I didn't know it was possible. And the candle workshop itself is something very exciting because I've always wanted to try to make a candle. Everything in this lobby is absolutely startling. This is another reason why I had to do it before the sunset, because I'm not sure what this thing is. It could be the door or something, because of this beautiful, yeah, it is astonishing workmanship, absolutely. There used to be stained glass. Well, it was destroyed at some point, I believe, in the early Soviet period, which started in Georgia in 1921 when the Bolsheviks invaded the independent Georgia, which the country became after the collapse of the Russian Empire. And, well, the opulent houses that once belonged to those oil magnates, you know what happened to them. They were nationalized, they were turned into communal apartments, and obviously the level of I would say the preservation of most of the houses, I think, speaks very much for itself, like how much the Soviets cared for the interiors and the houses. Not really much, really not much. Just a little bit near. Hi, come on, Jabba. Come on, Jabba. And here we are, and this is where we were. Let me show you over there. That's where we were. That's the backyard. And standing there, I've always wondered how it would be standing here, and now I am. Okay, so we'll have a chance to look more around, and there is something I want to show you also inside the studio, but it's time to go. Dia, a lovely lady, is waiting for me. Hi. Dia, a lovely lady, is waiting for me to make candles. So let's go.
Yes?
Yeah, candles.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, oh, and by the way, this mirror is 150 years old. I don't know exactly when the crack came about. It might be also the historic crack. I'm not sure. Yay! It's so exciting. It's so exciting. So let's go and check it out, okay? Let's go. Knock, knock. Can I come in? Hi. Hi. Hi, everyone. Again, this is Dia. She's a candle artist. Can I say that? Okay. Candle artist. Yes. I'm going to put it here for a while. Okay. The receiver for my microphone. In the meantime, it's so difficult to part with them. Thank you so much for the trust. Dia had to give me the key because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to access. And they actually closed the front door too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was very kind of you to help me with that.
Can you?
Yeah, thank you so much. So, let's just make sure everything is working fine.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need more light?
I can turn on the light.
Okay,
Is it
I
okay?
think that's better, yes.
Okay.
That's super cool. So this is where we will be sitting, right? This
Yes,
is where we agreed to sit. And so if Dia, if you could be just saying something to find out whether they can hear us from there, okay?
Okay.
Can you just introduce a little bit of the studio itself?
So we are at Mirror Space now. Here are held different master classes for girls, like candle making, bento cakes making, and so on.
Okay.
And
Just
now
a
we are on
second.
candle.
Just a second. Let's find out whether
Okay.
you've been saying this all in vain or no. They've been able to hear us well.
Okay.
This is fantastic. So I guess we'll start, and then when we have time, you just manage the time because you know best.
Yes.
We'll be able to show also a bit around the
Okay.
studio. Okay, so I'm gonna join you. How do I look? Do I look
You
okay?
look gorgeous.
Here we are. Okay, good. So what are we doing today? What are we
So
making?
now you should sit on your place. And
This is mine.
Yes. Everything is prepared.
Okay.
And we will start preparing our jar. You have or you already have your wick and the sticker for your wick.
What is the wick? I don't know actually.
This is the wick which burns in the candle.
Ah, oh, okay, I see.
And this is the sticker which is double side, and one side of sticker you should stick here on the bottom of the wick, and then the wick with your sticker you should stick here in center. So you can start.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, probably just to keep up with the chat as well, I will be doing like a few things, then off to check the chat. Okay?
Okay.
So now just, because I know nothing about candles, I know they smell nicely. By the way, which candle are we going to do today, to make today?
You can choose the design. We will choose now.
Okay.
And this, you can also choose the smell. Here we have different fragrances.
I really wish you could smell it. It smells like, I don't know, incense store, perfume store, and it smells a bit of history because you are in a historic building. Okay, and I put it like that, right? Just like that. Do I take it off?
Yes.
Ah,
take it off.
okay. Okay.
And try to stick it well in order not to stick out when we will pour the wax.
Okay.
Now we should choose the design while our wax is melting.
Let me walk you around and choose the design together, okay? How about trying to choose it together?
We have some designs here in studio, but I can show you some pics in order to choose the design which we don't have here.
Oh,
And here are these kind of designs which can be made by you also.
Haven't warned you that I have larger fingers. I really can't make anything
You
with
can
these
make
hands.
anything. I will help you, okay? You shouldn't be nervous about it.
But I am incredibly mad about pumpkins, just so you would know.
Okay, you can make them also. You can make this candle, this type of candle if you want.
Okay, so let me know in the chat which candle you would like me to make, just so you would know I really like pumpkins. But that's not necessarily at all. It's only just my tour, but it's for you, not for me. Wow, and what kind of smells do you have? Like all sorts of smells?
Here are the smells. There are a lot of smells, so you can choose by opening the jar and
Okay,
trying them.
oh wow, this looks so delicious. Okay, is it a soap or a candle?
It is wax melt, which melts in aroma lamps.
Ooh, okay, I see. Oh, the hamsa. Okay, that's nice. A lot of hamsas. Let's see the wax. And we have so many things here. Let me know in the chat if everything is all right in terms of the sound, if I should move the microphone, and the wax is, oh, it's still not completely dissolved? Should it be like completely dissolved?
Yes.
Ah, okay, I see.
But we should not overheat our temperature more than 80 degrees. We already have 79, so I will take it off in order to cool down a little bit and then move it back.
Okay, I see. Well, looks like everything is all right so far. So I'm putting the phone back. I wish we could have a cameraman with us, but my two cameramen are very busy elsewhere, so it's just me and Dia. Okay.
Which design will you choose?
Which design will we choose? Let's see. Which design will we choose? I think they really like the pumpkins, but there was nothing on the chat, but I think the silence actually means they are for the pumpkins. Let's see.
We also have decorations with flowers, for example. with dried flowers.
Dried flowers.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, you can make latte if you have.
Latte.
Yes, if you have seen this kind of candles in internet space, I can show you the picture.
Okay. Pumpkin. Okay, so at least two of them are saying pumpkin. Well, let's see what the rest will say. But I want to see the latte. Can I see the latte?
Okay. But I should tell you the truth that this is not the pumpkin, but everybody thinks that it's pumpkin. It is mandarin.
It's a pumpkin in disguise.
Because
You don't want to disappoint them.
yes, let it be pumpkin. So now this is the latte.
Okay.
It is made with
I'll
gel.
show you. Oh, it looks
Candle
like
gel.
ice.
Yes.
Can I show this?
Yes, of course.
Wow. You have to see this. Because it looks like it's a coffee, like iced latte. You know how much I like iced latte. And this really reminds me of Israel cafe car that I would have there. And this is what actually exhausted my funds. Look at that. This is also beautiful with the raspberries.
No. Raspberries, you mean the other type?
Yeah.
It is strawberries.
Strawberries.
Yes.
Something's wrong with me today. Guys. Okay. So I guess we will go for the
Pumpkin.
Manda pumpkin.
Okay.
But
Okay,
pondering.
Okay, now, as long as we have also already chosen the design,
Yeah.
you should start choosing the fragrances.
Oh, the fragrance.
Yes,
Okay.
you should open all of them in order to smell them and choose them in advance.
Okay, I need to choose them in advance. Okay, well, that's not going to be easy, to be honest. So let's see. Choosing the smells. Toscana grapevine, spicy mulled wine, prosecco. Why not? Oh, it's prosecco and something else. I don't know what this is. Guava.
Guava, yeah.
Oh, it's like, I see, okay. It's guava, I don't know how to even describe the smell. What else? Jasmine, nah, jasmine's not really my thing. Spicy mulled wine, okay. Spicy mulled wine sounds really nice. Strawberry pumpkin, I think we're already gonna have some mutation in there, so I think that's probably gonna be too much. Lavender, ooh, we have a gingerbread. Gingerbread and mulled wine, can I mix?
Yes.
I can mix. Oh, it's so delicious. Wait, so it's nice, okay. And mulled wine, is that okay?
Yes.
If I'm taking too long.
Sweet fragrances, yes?
I don't know. I like cinnamon. I like citrusy stuff as well. I don't know. I like many things. Oh, yeah. Okay, mulled wine and the gingerbread. I think I'm still on my Christmas vibes. That's okay. So that's what we are having. You see how much of it has been used. So it's been really, really popular. Probably it's seasonal. So I'm still on this vibe and the mulled wine. I think this would really go well with this. Look at this cutie. Okay. It doesn't like a pumpkin. Come on. We'll be thinking it's a pumpkin, okay? So just forget. Just pretend you've never really said it's not a pumpkin. Just not to ruin really my illusion. Okay, yeah, so I've got these two. Yep. There you go.
You should place them here in order to use them yourself.
Yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
So now you can sit and we can start.
Okay, I can see. And you will be sitting next to me, right?
I will be just moving around.
Moving around, okay, because I just want to make sure I see you. So do
Okay,
I sit
I
here
can
or there?
You can sit here.
Okay, then you can move it. Yeah, yeah, it
Mhm.
should be fine. That should be fine. Okay.
So now we should take our measure cup
Okay.
and place it on the scale. Now you should make it 0. You should press on pair in order to make it 0.
Okay.
Now you should pour into the jar 95 grams of wax. Our wax
95.
is already hot, so you can start.
Okay. 95 grams. 95 grams of wax. Okay. And if I overdo it a bit,
You can overdo it.
it's
It's not a
40.
problem.
74. I've overdone it.
Now, now it is very
Too much.
Too much, yes. Can you pour this extra wax back a little bit, in order for our pumpkin to be suited well in the cup?
You see, she's already said it's a pumpkin, so thank you for playing along. Okay, wait a sec. Oh, it's a torture. 93. Okay, now we have to be very careful. 95.2.
Great. So now I will take the wax, and you should again make it 0. Make the white 0.
Okay.
And now you should add 5 grams of sand. You can make it this way, like 2.5 of 1%, and 2.5 of this one. It was a little bit, very little.
It still tells me it's 0.
Yes, because you are adding very little.
Okay, 0.7. I got the idea. 1.2. So definitely one more. 1.6. That's okay. No, oh, 2 more. A bit more. 2.5, yeah. Okay, and a little bit.
Okay.
2.5. Yay, okay.
Now add this one in order to make it 5.
5. Yeah, I should probably pour it here in the lid. Yeah.
You can use this,
Oh.
or you can pour it from the.
That's okay. No. I know I have butterfingers. I'm doomed to overdo it. 4.1. Wait. Like I am in a Breaking Bad laboratory.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Now you should stir it well in order to open the fragrance in the wax. You should be stirring for approximately 1 minute, not
1
too
minute.
fast. And then when our wax will cool down until 65 and down, when it will be between 50-60 degrees, yes.
Dia speaks Russian too, but just for you, we decided to go for English.
You can then start pouring into the glass.
Okay,
Into
let
the
me
jar.
see the chat though, and let me just show you what it looks like here. That's the wax. Am I going too fast? No?
No,
Okay.
it's okay. Yes.
Okay. So, looks a bit like a urine sample, I'm sorry. but it's a wax. Is it going to be any other color? I will be adding some more color.
If you want to, you can make different color, but this will go white.
Why? Oh, it will go white.
Yes.
Okay. Let me see the chat as well. Yeah. Well, now that I'm looking at the chat, feel free to ask questions to Dia, to me. Well, I will walk you around this place. But so this studio has been open for 1 year, you said, right?
Yes.
1 year, and I've seen your Instagram account. It's gorgeous. You have so many beautiful events here.
Thank you.
Wow, I like the vibe here. And it's amazing knowing that this is in a historic building. We are in a beautiful historic building.
Do you know the history of this house?
I know that it was built, it was finished by 1907, 1908. It belonged to a Kalantarov family, right? The oil magnate, Mikhail Kalantarov. I know this legend that he fell in love with an opera singer and she wanted a house that would look like a theater. So he just said, no problem, dear. And then he built this house. But I haven't been able to find anything to verify that. So have you? No. But I like the story in general. So.
But they say that they lived here and they had a lot of children.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Why not? So I just dropped by the backyard to see the cypress trees. There should be 6 of them, but there are only 2, right?
Yes, because when there was the construction of the house, the other ones were cut off.
Really, of course. Yes. So barbaric. I'm sorry. So barbaric. This tree's been here like much longer than I'm here and you're here. So sad.
As a legend says that these trees were посадить как мы
to plant a tree?
Yes, for each child of the family, for the birth of each child.
Yeah, that's a nice birthday present.
Yes.
So and cutting them down.
Yes.
Seems too barbaric.
Maybe they were like making a problem for the house, and that's why they were cut off.
Yeah, that's probably. What do you think the temperature is now?
So we should use this temperature thermometer, and it will say. I will place it here, and you can look at the thermometer.
Let's see the thermometer.
When it will be in between 50, 60 degree, you will pour into the jar.
Okay, shall I shouldn't really stir it now, right? We should
No,
skip it like
you
that.
can leave it.
Okay. Well, okay, it's still rising. And if can the candle be made in other colors, like green, for example?
Yes.
Yes. So
If
this one is
you
going to
like
be
to.
white. This one is going to be white, but you have also many other shades, right?
This one will be exactly like this candle. But if you want to, we can make it green.
No, I don't want to make it
I
green.
think this way
Yeah.
it is more beautiful and
Yeah.
aesthetic.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but many colors, like, oh, look at this pink. It actually is so pink that I want to eat it. And now sometimes you can make so exquisite work, such an exquisite work that you actually might think that this is food. I've seen candles like that and soaps like that too. Let's see what else we've got in here. Oh, it's just some painting as well. Do you have like painting workshops here too?
Yes.
Oh, so basically, any creative whimsy can be satisfied here, right?
Our wax is already under 50 degrees, so you can pour into the jar.
Okay, I can pour into the jar. Okay, I'll be very quick. Okay, this should be fine. Just like that.
Mm-hmm. So now, in order for your wig to be in center, here we have a wig holder.
Mm-hmm. What do I do with it?
You should put the wig into the center and leave it alone. Don't shake it in order to dry well.
I want you to see this.
So now you can have a rest.
I can have a rest. And at least I can show also a little bit
Yes.
of the ceilings because I haven't showed any. Okay, so this is really clever. I told you I have butterfingers, so I think Dia is just overestimating my abilities. But we'll see. So let me show you the ceilings. You may be surprised to see just white walls, but come on. These apartments were turned into communal ones, which means they would just split even one big room. Well, like this is not really a big room, but have a look, right? There's something here. So, and also you can see some marks on the floors. So clearly this room like that, well, a room of this size would be considered too much, a luxury.
really a luxury for, I mean, for the Bolsheviks, for the communists. So definitely they would split it into 2 rooms, and then each half of the room would be given to not just one person, but to one family. Can you imagine that? So, and obviously the way the lobby that we have just seen, the way it looks now, it's also the hardest part of the process is to have a rest. I'm not gonna rest. I want to show you what we've got in here. And obviously these haven't looked like that always. They looked like that in the beginning, but when the Bolsheviks came, you can imagine how much neglect has affected it. So, do you know when the restoration took place? In the 2000s, probably.
Yes.
2000s. Okay. Can you see what's there? Wow. So, actually, well, knowing what it, thinking what it might look like, I like to look at it now, like that. So, in this room, would have been too much whatever and trust me. It was probably, well, yeah, Carolyn is the same. So, we already asked for a second. Going on the apartment, but I can see if we're actually take it to some, yeah, all the 70s, especially. Towards back then, the time before the war. And this is me, so also nice for that. One. Okay. Nice. Nice chandelier. And look at that. Over here is just empty space. It's quite like that. Somewhere here is the share separation, just combination wall, whatever. So the room must have been different. And we really can blame what happened after Nicola. I totally forgot about the name. Oh, yeah, my microphone. Wow. That's too bad. So silly of me. Okay. So I'll tell again what happened. I'm so sorry. I totally forgot my microphone. I'm just used to having it with me all the time. So let's see the balcony first. Otherwise, we'll freeze, and then I'll tell you the rest of the story. So we are in the beautiful. Yeah, you can see, but you cannot hear. So many times I just passed by this house, looking at it, and just, guessing when I will be able to see this. It is. Yeah, it's beautiful and cozy. You're right.
I love this place.
Of course. I think we need a selfie together, dear.
Oh.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So let me switch the camera. So what was I saying? Again, just look at these houses. I mean, yeah, their condition is not as nice as not pristine to be to be exact. Okay, to put it mildly, and yeah, but you can see how opulent they once used to be, and clearly this is just the plaster that has to be redone. In most cases, it's just the plaster work, just this, and here as well. But the houses are still here. Again, this house is very lucky, definitely. There were, as I said, not just very simple people lived here and still live here. That's for sure. Because they really had to pull some strings to get it restored. Yeah, I know. So now I'm going to close the balcony. Do I lock the balcony? Okay, I just locked it. Yeah, I locked the balcony. Okay, thanks. So what was I talking about? So when we came here, I was talking about the room that this room is quite spacious. However, that was too much, definitely for the communists. And I'm pretty sure that not just this one room was given to a family. I'm pretty sure that you see that there is this separation. So this room must have looked different, and they must have done something. I don't know. There must have been some
sherm, some separation, some wall of some kind, definitely, definitely. And well, and one may say, well, why there's just white walls here and that's it? Because in the Soviet times, you don't even want to know what happened here, what it looked like. So I'm just incredibly grateful for whatever that has been preserved and restored for us. And I like this chandelier very much. This looks pretty much authentic to me, given the, well, if you take a closer look, you'll see a bit of a rust and I don't know, like a tint or something. I'm not sure, patina. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm sure you know best. Yeah. This looks new to me, but also nice. Yeah, and I was saying that also this thing is definitely not original, and well, you see, this looks like actually the original floor to me. There must have been many rooms in just one apartment, and back then the house, it just belonged to one family basically, just one family, and now it's the residential house. So yeah, this looks really old to me. It looks like the original parquet floor. What do you think, dear? Does this look like an original parquet floor? Yeah, it looks like original. So is everything ready, or I can still enjoy? Okay. We are waiting for the, okay, now we cannot touch it, I know we cannot. I think I can still enjoy a little bit of the lobby. Yeah, okay, we can do that. I have my microphone with me, so it's good. Hello. Let me know in the chat if you have any questions, because soon I will be busy again with the candle, and I won't be able to see the chat. Well, clearly, this thing over here wasn't here time of Kalantarov. Clearly, I'll be speaking a bit probably quieter, because there are other apartments here. Like here, somebody must be living. And there as well. Well, there they can't hear me because this is already the backyard and other rooms, other apartments. But still, and I told you that not simple people living here now, but actually it's always been like that. I mean, starting from the Soviet times, like for a long time, it used to be just a legend, but more and more evidence actually has surfaced that it's not a legend, but actually it's a fact that Lavrentiy Beria used to live here. Lavrentiy Beria was the most loyal assistant, accomplice of Joseph Stalin. And he was the head of NKVD, of the secret police, that was in charge of all the purges, of all the executions, of all the fabricated cases, right? And also, there is a really horrible legend here. Like, I hope it's a legend that, and this, let's also admire the ironwork. So the legend is that Lavrentiy Beria, when he just moved in here in the 30s, looked like a synagogue. Yeah, Lily, because many synagogues were also built in this Moorish style. Yeah. So actually, remind me about the synagogue, because I want to share with you something quite unpleasant, but it's an announcement I will be making. Well, in a way, it's nothing horrible, but yeah, there's something I would like to share with you. And so the legend has it that for some time, maybe for a few months, maybe for less than a year, but well, nevertheless, Lavrentiy Beria had his interviews and interrogations carried out in this house, in the basement.
I hope it's not. Lily, it's not a Star of David, actually. No, this is a very typical symbol that you can find in, I would say, in Moorish architecture. It's not about the Star of David, but it is very similar, and many people do think that this is one, but it's not. There is a deep meaning of what this star is, I mean, with regards to Moorish architecture, but we are talking about it some other time. Well, yeah, as you can see, there's always some renovation needed, but I don't really think it's going to happen anytime soon. Yes, Lily, exactly. These are, these are quite similar ornaments and decorations you can find in many places, and you are very right, in many synagogues, even the one in St. Petersburg. And speaking of the synagogue, well, no, speaking of St. Petersburg, I'm going to share it with you. So yesterday, I found out that the Ethnographic Museum of St. Petersburg has closed down the exhibition on the Jewish culture and the Jewish history. And they're going to exhibit there the exhibition. Well, it's Ethnographic Museum, right? So it's about the population of the Crimea and the other territories, which you probably understand what I'm talking about. I just don't want to mention it. And I'm furious. And we did a tour there about 1.5 years ago, and we're going to do it again, because I don't want this exhibition to be forgotten. It actually was a very good one, with a lot of costumes, with lots of artifacts that really were in use by the Jewish communities all across the Russian Empire. And, I will be doing a couple of lectures, well, definitely more than one lecture on the Jewish history and Jewish heritage in the Russian Empire, for sure. And for the springtime, I'm planning a couple of series on the Jewish heritage in Georgia. I have done one. I have done multiple walking tours, but it was mostly done for other companies, for incentives. And, I'm just waiting for the more light to be able to take it to the streets, because these areas where my Jewish tours, are going to be done, they need more light, because there is not really much daylight. I mean, there's not really much light after sunset. Anyway, but I hope that the legend about Beria, about the basement, is just a legend. Okay. Oh, it's getting lighter.
Yes.
Who would have thought? Oh, it smells so nice here. So shall we wait for it to get white completely?
Yes, it should dry well.
Okay. I suddenly wonder what decorative candles the wealth might historically have had. Well, I know that basically the quality of a candle and the size of the candle determine the length of a party. That's what I know. That's for sure. Because they didn't have the electricity back then. So it just all depended on how good your candles are, and how long and how big. And you can imagine how much money would be spent, even just by the Romanovs. And speaking of the Romanovs, as you know, I'm at the moment, currently I've been doing many tours on the Romanovs. As you know, I'm quite involved, I would say. And actually tomorrow, I'm doing the second episode on the history of the Romanovs' jewels after the revolution. We're going to be talking about the diadems and tiaras of the Romanovs, and how some of them ended up as the possessions of the British royal family, and also some other families, and how some of them ended up somewhere in the States. And about some of them, unfortunately, there's not really much information about their whereabouts. But
Well, we'll be talking about that. And also another story about the Romanovs. It's in connection with the Marble Palace. We'll be talking about the Grand Duke Konstantin Konstantinovich Romanov, who was a poet, a translator of the Hamlet. By the way, his translation is still considered one of the best Hamlet translations ever into Russian. And also we'll be talking about the well, his issues, I mean, it was considered definitely really, really big issues because he actually was attracted to man, and his entire life he was fighting his nature, and he left for us dozens of volumes of his diaries, and it's all in them. So we're going to be reading his diary. We're going to be trying to imagine what it was like to be a Romanov, to be the patron of so many cadet schools, and being a father of 9 children, and yet just living with this, thinking that you were born and you've lived your entire life with a sin and being a monster. So here we're going to be talking about that too. How long have you been making the candles?
I started when pandemic.
When the pandemic hit. Me too. The virtual tours. Many of the viewers right now actually have been with me since the pandemic. Yes, and they have traveled with me from St. Petersburg to Israel, from Israel to Amsterdam, from Amsterdam to Georgia, and now that I'm just between the 2 countries, Georgia, Israel, we are everywhere. Yes, I'm so grateful to everyone.
And you love exploring historic.
Yeah. By the way, I love what's written here. Love, create, and dream. That's really nice. Yeah, exactly. So 4 years, exactly. And it's just, I've always wanted to see Georgia. It was always like, well, not really that direction that I would be looking at, mostly like Europe or something. And then I was looking for an alternative, something more peaceful than Israel, because of the 7th of October for my son, for my family. And well, I'm so grateful to Georgia for just, embracing us and having so much heritage and beautiful architecture. Were you born here?
Yes.
Oh, you were born here, amazing, but you speak Russian so well.
Because I finished Russian school.
It's in Russia or
No,
here?
here.
Here. Wow, amazing. And your English is so well. I mean, you speak English so well.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying my best.
Yeah, fantastic. What else do you do, or is like your main work?
It's my main work. Yes. I also have children, and I try to like to. I don't know how to say.
To combine family and work?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I understand. Children, you said?
Yes.
How many do you have?
2 of them.
2?
Yes.
You look like a student.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
I thought you were like 23 maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm 30.
What is your secret? Tell me.
I don't know.
Maybe there is something in the wax.
Maybe.
You're 30?
Mm-hmm.
Not a single. I'm sorry. I know it must be weird, but I'm looking for wrinkles and I can't find any. Amazing. You look really great. Wow. So, how is it going? Oh, it's almost dry. Yeah, very good skin, everyone is saying. 30 years. So Georgian women definitely know the secret. I don't know, maybe it's in the khachapuri, maybe it's in the pinkali, maybe it's, I don't know, it's in the air. Or maybe wine. Do you drink wine?
Sometimes, not a lot.
Not a lot.
Yes.
By the way, so Dia told me when I contacted the studio that you told me that you remembered me from a workshop.
Yes.
From a market.
Yes.
Oh, amazing. So do you often take part in the markets?
No, it was just my second try at the market Zerkalo. If you remember. Yes.
Yeah, the one that's
At
3/4
New
of
Year.
stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, the New Year. Wow,
Mhm.
fantastic. Oh, the jewelry. Okay. So we've got some.
Yes.
Okay. Hmm. Interesting. The earrings. And not too heavy, actually. So sparkly. Actually, I'm not a very big fan of the too sparkling things, but just a little sparkle, I think, never hurts. Of course. So speaking of khachapuri, there you go. This is the Algerian khachapuri, which you must have seen with me on multiple tours, because whenever I pass by a food place, you know what, I have no idea how you manage to keep fit, because if I just even pass by a place of khachapuri, I think I add a couple of pounds already, just by breathing, not just by passing by, honestly.
Maybe.
I don't know how you do this. So this is a cheese bread, and this one in particular, this shape, it looks like a boat shape or something. So there would be an egg yolk on it, in it. Okay. I'm a big fan of all sorts of brooches and pins. Well, this one is a must-have from Georgia, by the way. That's for sure. I like it. I like that it's wooden. Mounted, of course. Oh, Quevri, yeah. This is, I'm sure you know from my tours, this is the vessel where the wine will be fermented and stored. Well, depending on many things, but this is the Georgian technology. This is how the ember wine is made. Wow. Really, very, very Georgian friendly. Nice. Happy birthday. So you collaborate with many other artists, right? And you just sell their items here?
Yes.
That's really clever. So artists help each other. There are so many creative spaces here in Solovaki. It's amazing. Oh. Do people have like something, I don't know, is there any trend in candle making?
What?
Any trend in candle making?
I don't know. Everyone has their own style. These kind of candles, shaped candles, were in trend like 4 years ago. But now everyone looks at jar candles because they are more practical.
Yeah.
Because they burn a lot of time and they give a nice smell. But every artist has his own style, so I cannot tell you what can be trended in candles.
Do you have your favorite type of candle?
No, actually no. I love every type of candles, I can say.
Okay. Do you have candles at home?
Yes, yes, I have a lot of different ones. So I don't have a favorite like one.
Okay, I see. I think it's almost done. What do you think?
Let's see. Yes, and now? No.
We should wait a bit
Yes.
more.
We will wait a bit more and then we will place it on the top. And you can also use these gold decorations like on this kind of
Oh
candle.
yeah, just to
If you
sprinkle.
want.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, for sure. Sprinkle with some gold. Absolutely. And in the meantime, I have one more legend to share. So let's go to and see how the light has changed as well. And this looks like the original Georgian. Well, this one is not like this one. Look, very Moorish. Do you know if the knees of Lavin Tiberia actually lived here? What? The knees of Lavin Tiberia.
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, so I'm going to check this out. I left my microphone here. Just keep forgetting my microphone. I guess I should get the second one, so me and the other participants would have their own.
microphone. So how is it going, everyone? Let me know. And in the meantime, so speaking of Lavrenti Beria, and I think we can go a little bit downstairs as well to also have a look once again at how it looks from downstairs. For a long time, nobody knew that Lavrenti Beria used to live here. And again, that's why some people still think it's just a legend, but it's not. And also, we know it for a fact, that a niece of Lavrenti Beria used to live here. Some people, thank you, Cindy, thank you so much. So some people used to think that he would be just visiting because, he would be visiting his niece every now and then. But then about 15 years ago, one woman that lived in this house, I actually am not sure whether she's still around. She was just, going down the street and was on her way to get into the house, to go home. And she saw two tourists talking to each other, saying, and one of them just said to another, "This is where my family used to live before the revolution." And she said, "Hey, when I live in here." And they found out that the people that those people were the descendants of the Kalantarov family. So Mikhail Kalantarov and his descendants, they managed to leave. Not the head of the family, but the children of Kalantarov, those 6 children managed to leave in 1921. But not Kalantarov himself. Kalantarov himself, what we know is that he went to Poti, which is a port city in Georgia. Presumably, he just wanted to be as close as possible in case he would have to escape. But again, it's just me guessing, it's just my wild guess, I would say. And his children eventually his descendants, already the children of his children live in Paris. And they just shared some memories. They shared the memories that they knew a few people, and they kept contact with some of the people. They found someone also in exile in Europe, and that some of the people that they found, they managed to escape much later. And the people in the 1920s remembered Beria, late 1920s. They remembered Lavrenti Beria here in this house, which means that, it's not like he just visited, but they saw him on a regular basis. But there are many legends because unfortunately there is not so much information. And there is not so much information because many people just try to keep everything really quiet because they're afraid of any repercussions that could happen, because as you can see, these people had a lot to lose. But the people that ever visited this house, the people that knew the Kalantarov family and the Kalantarov himself, we don't know much about him. Another problem about the Kalantarov family is that there were several people with the same name and they are not related. And I promised to tell you the story of Nikopi Rasmani, or Nikopi Rasmanishvili, right? So the artist whose painting we saw just next to the entrance of the house. So there is a legend that Nikopi Rasmanishvili, he became an orphan quite early, and his family used to serve to one of the rich families. He became an orphan, and they just decided to take care of him, of the boy who had just lost his parents. And the boy was taken to Tbilisi and lived with the Kalantarov family until his adulthood. And then the story has it that he fell in love with one of the daughters of Kalantarov, and he even proposed to her, but was turned down, and he left. And they tried to look for him, they tried to find him, and it was all in vain. But this is not true. I mean, this is about some Kalantarov, but definitely not this Kalantarov. So there's no really connection with Nico Pirosmanis really. So let's see what's going on in there, and if we can start with the Manda pumpkin, pondering. So are we good to go? What do you think? I mean, can we move on with this? Yeah, it looks very white to me now. Let's see.
Now, I will do this all
So these are all the fragrances. Actually, I don't think I'm more into sweet perfumes, but for some reason now I just felt it would be right to go with something sweet, and so we are having gingerbread and mulled wine. Yeah, definitely Christmas wine. I'm still haven't come off the holidays. I mean, now that you look at it, it does look a bit like a tangerine. I should admit. But if you just from here, especially if you put something green on it. Hi, Barbara. Thank you so much for joining. Well, it's not a problem. You can always just wind it backwards after we are done and watch it from the beginning, because I'm going to keep this in open access at least for a while. And you've just joined. I don't know if you just caught with the lobby, because, well, as so much as I love candles, it's also the interiors that I wanted to see. I wanted to see the lobby, and this house is infamous for its inaccessibility, because the people who live here, they like privacy and don't really like tourists much, which is their right. I mean, they own the apartments, and they have the right to at least restrict the number of people just coming. And this is the ceiling in one of the 2 rooms of the studio. Oh, by the way, I haven't really paid much attention to the chandelier. And these are all sorts of candles that can be made here. So you see, I started virtual gardening in the pandemics, and Dia started candle making. Oh, I like these ones. These were a very big trend in St. Petersburg in 2021 and early 2022. I remember on the markets they would always have this type of candles with this type of a wick. I'm not even sure if it's like a. And what are these called? Is it also a wick, or it's kind of a small piece of wood that burns?
This is the wooden wick.
Wooden wick.
Yes.
Ah, okay. I see. Let me smell it also. Actually, it smells milky, something milky. Look at all these flowers. Looks really nice. And it looks like a kind of a, I don't know, like a dessert. And that's the problem. Some of them are so beautiful, you really want to eat them. And this looks more like lavender to me, because of the purple flowers, and there's a little bit of golden sprinkles. I also don't use some golden sprinkles. Isn't it lovely? But there are all sorts of rubber ducks, the teddy bears. Let's just have a closer look. St. Valentine's Day is around the corner, and speaking of which, for St. Valentine's Day, Misha and I will be doing a special tour about the Romanovs. Misha's been doing this tour about the less known Grand Dukes and Duchesses Romanov, and last time we really liked the tour because there were so many stories about the affairs of Grand Duke Romanovs and ballerinas. They were really, really ballerinas. So we decided to actually do a special tour about the Romanovs and the ballerinas, and it's going to be on the 15th of February, and it's already up on my website, and there on the chat we have the pinned comment, right, with a link
www.oregano.com. And also, there's a link to send me. You can either send a PayPal donation or you can buy me a coffee, which would be great. Thank you so much in advance. So on my website, you can already find some links for the tour tickets for the next weekend. I'm also hoping for a couple more specials for Valentine's Day, but we'll see. Are we ready?
Yes.
We brought the gold. We brought the gold.
So
Ooh.
now
Wow.
you can sit.
Okay. Will you be helping me or just mentoring
No,
me?
you can-
Then you can film it probably. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I should.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Now you should take this power gun. Yes.
Okay.
Heat gun.
Heat gun. Okay.
So, and you should turn it on and melt a little bit the surface of the candle. A little bit.
Okay. Keep an eye on me because I don't know how much I should melt it.
Yes, I'm looking at it. It's okay. So now you can take your pumpkin. Pumpkin.
Thank you.
And it will stick on the melted wax. Okay. And the final moment, you should trim the wick. In
With
order
what?
to trim the wick, I should give you the
Yeah. Okay. I can take it.
wick trimmer.
Okay. So we need to trim the wick, probably just by half. I mean, it does look like a pumpkin. I mean, it's a pumpkin. I know I'm not the only one who thinks it's not a tangerine. It wasn't easy to find, by the way. It wasn't easy to find a time slot, even for Friday. So we had even to move some of the workshops, and that we're here alone, so nobody is going like back and forth and all around us. So for this, I had to arrange the individual workshop, the private one.
Okay.
So by how much? Like this?
Yes, it's okay. Yes.
Like this?
Yes. You can hold it here.
Okay.
Yes, it's enough.
Like this.
Yes. And now your gold decorations. You can just
Sprinkle them.
sprinkle them, yes, around the pumpkin.
Thank you. I
You
want
can use
more
it
gold.
more.
Yeah, I want more. It's Friday anyway, and I'm still in my Christmas vibes. Do they burn or they just stay there or
They
in
will
the end?
stay there, yes.
Okay. Can I use a bit more?
Yes, of course.
Just a bit of gold. Never hurts no one. Okay.
You can use more if you want to.
Of course I can. I'm from St. Petersburg. Of course I want more gold. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Sorry. Can I do it like that? Yep. I think we're good. Thank you. I've already used up so much of your gold.
So your candle is already ready. We can wait for a little bit in order for it to dry till the end.
Okay.
Because we have melted the surface. And now you have your sticker. If you want to, you can name your candle and you can write something on it and then stick on the glass.
Okay. Yeah, sure. We can do that.
Okay.
Absolutely. This is the pumdering. Pumdering
Yes.
latte. Not pumpkin. Do you have something
can
to
you
write?
hold
Yeah,
it? I will
absolutely. Absolutely. Let me know in the chat if you think it's enough of gold or I should have used more in the meantime. So that's a nice, I think it's a nice one. I've always wanted to make a candle. Now I have the pomderin candle. I think I'll go for the orange one because, well, because, right? You can't go wrong with the orange color when it's a pomderin. How do I blend the words? So it's the pomderin. Pomderin. I don't know. I don't even know how to spell it. And right now my mind is all just, it's racing about this, how much gold, and she said she probably use more gold. So I'm not even sure how to spell it. So it's my pomderin candle. And then in a couple of years from now, I'm going to sell it from the auction. Let's see how much I bid. Richard, how much do you think the bid would be? So I don't know what the spelling should be. I've just invented this word. But that's what I'm going to put on there. Can I put it now?
Yes.
Yeah, it should stick nice, I think. So let's try. And knowing that I have a butterfingers, I think I've done really great. And now I'm definitely going to put it in the wrong way. Okay. Millions, of course. Thank you, Richard. So, pomderin. And I went with E, and I was struggling whether it's an A or an E. So mine's going to from tangerine, so it's pomderin, not pandarin. Whatever. I'm actually a linguist, so that's why I'm actually a bit picky about it. And now I think that I just messed up, so kind of messed up life. So it's not a very good thing to do. But anyway, so I think this has been really fun workshop, and we've been able to kill so many birds with just one stone, and not a single bird actually was harmed, which is fantastic. So we've seen the beautiful lobby. We've got to see even more than that. So for those who have just joined, I'll very quickly show you around to show you the ceilings. I was just trying to think whether it's okay to show around the ceiling, but probably it's not the way you would say it, because you can't show really around the ceiling. So I'll show you around the place, and and then we will be good to go. So, but thank you so much for those who joined me. So from now on, I think it's pretty nice. Look, there's so much gold in it. I actually might add a bit more gold. I think I could go with a bit more. I think we can do it even like that.
Actually, you're the first person who is making this design. I don't know why, but the others did not like, and everyone chooses this cream candle with strawberries. Everyone chooses them.
Okay, very nice. Yeah, I think so. But the problem is I don't want to burn it. So it's just gonna stay there, and I just probably will cover it so it just doesn't get dusted. Smells really nice. Now I think I need a gingerbread somewhere. Otherwise I just might eat this one. Okay, so let me show you around, show you the ceilings. Once again, we'll see the beautiful lobby, and I think this would be it. Thank you so much for those who are about to wrap this up, because the time is up already. Thank you so much for joining me. So tomorrow I'm doing 3 live tours. I'm taking you to the Bohemian area of Tbilisi, talk about some artists, talk about some connections with St. Petersburg and some of the dissident poets as well. Because believe it or not, but Georgia, even though it was forced to be part of the Soviet Empire, it was some of the most I don't mean to say liberal, but the people here have always been a lot more free spirits and independent. And yes, many suffered for that, but in general, this is where the dissident, this is where the people who had been oppressed continuously in the Soviet environment, this is where they could find a breath of fresh air. That's for sure. Do you agree with me? Dear?
Yes.
So the local agrees with me. So it's fantastic. I'm not really mumbling nonsense. And also the Marble Palace tour about Konstantin Romanov, who was a poet as well. And also I'm taking you on a tour of the Romanov jewelry. It's going to be for World Virtual Tour, but luckily for these exactly lectures, the recordings are provided. So if you missed my first lecture, which was last Saturday, it's available on, you can find it on my page, virtualtour.online/Anna. And on Sunday, 3 tours. I'm taking you, well, first of all, there's going to be a tour on the Nabateans in the Negev desert in Israel. So those ancient traders, not the owners, but the kings of the incense route, right? Then Misha and I will be given a tour on the Grand Dukes Romanovs, children of Alexander II, and also some parallel family of Alexander II, and Jerusalem. Jesus in Jerusalem. We carry on with Via Dolorosa. We are a few stations away from visiting the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Yeah, and multiple tours are already up for the next weekend, and there's more to happen. As I said, I will be doing more tours on the Jewish Heritage in St. Petersburg, because this story with the closing of the exhibition on the Jewish Heritage in Ethnographic Museum has really pissed me off. And, we need to do something about it. Yeah, so let me show you what I promised, the seatings, and also, once again, the lobby, because this is what I'm here for first. So cold in this room. Can you give me my microphone, please? Yeah, and the microphone. So silly.
I know, I'm so silly. I think it actually looks even nicer with the lamp on, with the light on. That's the one ceiling restored again. These rooms, all of the apartments used to be communal apartments, and all the interiors, they're just gone. They're just gone. The balcony. Can I go once again? Thanks. Okay, I will just need to open it. Oh, can you help me with the balcony, dear? It's already getting darker, and I wanted to make sure we see as much as possible. So some lights are already on. That's the house, and I think I haven't showed you the decoration over the balcony. Look at the muqarnas. So these, wait a sec, my gimbal just not gonna like it. So these decorations over there, they're called muqarnas. They're like carved out niches that would normally be decorating the doorways or the windows. So they're called muqarnas. Look a bit like stalactites, I think. I can never remember stalactite or stalagmite, so I think the first, but little do I know, the days of planting hidden microphones are gone. You need to know your technique. I don't think they're gone, to be honest. I think it's only the beginning. I mean, again, I think so, judging from what's really happening. Anyway, so we can spy a little bit over there. Let's see. No, not much there. Not much. Okay, and once again, we can see the lobby. And yeah, I think this would be it. We've already taken so much of Dia's time. I haven't locked it, I just closed the door, okay? Just don't forget to lock it. Yeah. So this is another ceiling. Very different shade. I like the bluish colors over here. And all sorts of nice stuff you can find here, and even purchase some cosmetics. Nice. Okay. Some soaps, some incense. Oh, lovely. Yeah, but let's go and see once again the lobby, the
It's getting much darker. So you see, this really wouldn't really make much sense to take you here at a later hour because there is no really much light here. But imagine how beautiful it must have been. Thank you, dear. How beautiful it must have been with the stained glass. And, well, the people who remember, they say it was beautiful, but they said, I mean, those people who remember are already gone. And this just somebody built this extension because definitely this wasn't here from the beginning. I'm not sure even what this is, like a special booth. It looks like a photo booth to me, I'm not sure. So someone just wanted to have a bit more space and that's what they did, yeah. Yeah, I think this is where we are going to wrap this up. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. It's been so much fun making the candles with you. I thought I would actually mess up a lot more, so it's good. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your interest. And, well, I'm happy to see you on my other tours. Let's say bye-bye to Dia and... Thank you so much, Barbara. Thank you. I think we need a selfie once again, dear. Just as a thank you selfie. Oh, and my candle. Could you please pass on the candle? Because, like, how can we not just, I mean, right? Thank you so much for taking the selfies as well. She's 30 years old. I'm jealous. I'm 37.
Yes?
Yes.
I don't think that you are like your old, looking your ages. You look younger.
Thank you. Thank you. So, cheers. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. It's been so much fun. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So much gold. So much gold. Bling, bling.